Hey everybody, this is Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw and a salute. Why not? Maybe I'm a content general. And today we're going to be talking about Bethesda and their exclusivity. Is Elder Scrolls 6 exclusive to Xbox and Game Pass? Is Starfield exclusive? We actually get kind of somewhat, sort of, maybe not really an answer in the most recent roundtable. And I'm going to give you my prediction on what will be exclusive for Xbox. This should be fun. Let's do it. Oh, and yes, like, comment, subscribe. It really means a lot to me. Smash that like button like it's Smash Brothers. Leave a comment. It helps the channel grow. So if you like what I'm doing over here, it helps me a lot. And it costs you nothing, but it means everything to me. Let's go to that footy, baby.
We've gotten a lot of questions since we announced this deal, but one of the biggest ones, Phil, is this question about exclusivity and how you think about that and how that's going to work with Bethesda.
Yeah, I see it. I see it in the community. I listen to the podcasts and all the questions, so I'm going to try to be as clear as I can because that's what I just think it's fair. So obviously I can't sit here and say every Bethesda game is exclusive because we know that's not true. There's contractual obligations that we're going to see through, as we always do in every one of these instances. We have games that exist on other platforms, and we're going to go support those games on the platforms they're on. There's communities of players. We love those communities, and we'll continue to invest in them. And even in the future, there might be things that have either contractual things or legacy on different platforms that we'll go do. But if we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building and the creative capability we will be able to bring to market for our Xbox customers. It's going to be the best it's ever been for Xbox after we're done here.
So I think there are a couple different ways you can look at this, but one thing is for sure, every single Bethesda title that can be exclusive, they would like it to be exclusive. But that doesn't mean it necessarily will, for a few reasons. First, there are a lot of people that own PlayStations, and this is what we're really talking about here. PlayStation and Xbox, because anything with Game Pass just basically means everything that's not a Switch and not a PlayStation at this point. So the question is, what's going to happen to Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Starfield, etc. on PlayStation? Are they going to get there? Well, I'm not so sure they will. You know, for a long time, I was mostly on the bandwagon that these games would not be exclusive to Xbox. I thought, and I think I'll leave it there right now, that they would be free on Game Pass, and therefore Microsoft would sort of pitch itself as the place to play these games. But I think when they talk about supporting existing communities, they're talking about things like the Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76. And given that Sony isn't even sure what's going to happen with the future of the Elder Scrolls series or Starfield, I think it's reasonable to assume that one, if not both, could be exclusives. Let me pull up this article really quick from Video Games Chronicle where the CEO of PlayStation is not sure what's going to happen with the future of Bethesda, which leads me to believe there might not be any long-standing contracts for the Elder Scrolls series that they need to fulfill. PlayStation's CEO also wants to know if the Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield will be on PS5. The exact quote: "That's a decision that is out of our hands. We will wait and see what happens. I look forward to learning about that." This leads me to believe that there are no outstanding contracts for these games. I think they probably have contracts with online games like the Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76. But right now, PlayStation isn't saying, "I'm confident we will see these games on our platform," because they really don't know. However, a little lower here, the Xbox CFO, Tim Stewart, said Microsoft wants future Bethesda games to be, quote, either first or better or best on Xbox platforms. No mention of them being exclusive on Xbox platforms. And we also have Todd Howard saying Elder Scrolls 6 being Xbox exclusive is hard to imagine. Now, you have to wonder when he says Xbox exclusive, is he saying, oh, it'll probably be on Xbox, PC, etc.? Or will Elder Scrolls 6 do the same thing Skyrim did, and it will be on every platform under the sun? So when we have people at Microsoft saying that they want these games to be first, better, or best on Xbox and on Game Pass, that leads us to believe that massive titles like Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield could show up on PlayStation 5. And there's a reason for that. Let me do a little analogy for you here. Someone like Howard Stern, or even someone like Joe Rogan more recently. Joe Rogan is a massive podcaster, and he had his podcast on YouTube and through, iTunes, the Google Play, anywhere you could get his podcast. And he recently signed a massive deal, and they made it exclusive to Spotify. Now, Spotify obviously did this because they want people interested in podcasts going to their platform. In that same sense, we could argue, hey, Microsoft bought these people for $7.5 billion. That's billion with a B, baby. So I think they're going to want to make these games exclusive. Possibly. But what that does is it makes the games reach a smaller audience. Game Pass is huge, Xbox is huge, but you are cutting off a massive amount of players. And if you remember a game like Skyrim, Skyrim's been released on every platform in the world. I have it on my refrigerator. And once you cut the player base a little bit, Bethesda loses some of its relevancy, and some of these games lose some of their relevancy. Just like you see with someone like Howard Stern or Joe Rogan. They're the biggest names in broadcasting, then they get bought with this huge deal that makes them a ton of money, and less people hear them. Less people are listening to Joe Rogan on Spotify than Joe Rogan was being heard before. I don't have the numbers to show that, but I think it's pretty obvious. It's culturally clear. You don't see Rogan pop up as much as he did before. Same thing with Howard Stern. Same thing as anyone when it becomes exclusive. Now, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I think, given what Phil Spector said, there is a very high likelihood that Starfield is exclusive. And given what the CEO of Sony said, there's a possibility that Elder Scrolls could follow suit. I think there's a good argument that Starfield is the exclusive game, and Elder Scrolls will still try to sell to as many people as possible, while being possibly first, better, or best on Xbox. I think there's a world where we almost see both. But right now, I'm turning in my Starfield is on both consoles badge. It's just a little remote, by the way. I now think Starfield is going to be exclusive, and I really wonder about Elder Scrolls. And basically anything they make in the future has a very high likelihood of being exclusive to Xbox. And if you have Game Pass, you get to play it right away. It could be huge. Could be so huge. But let me know what you think in the comments. I know there are people who think there's no way that these titles are going to be exclusive. But right now, I don't know, guys. I kind of think so. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you. I'll see you next time. Mwah!